My name is Shidan Gouran. I'm the CEO of Global Blockchain and Global Blockchain Mining. It's been out.
Let me get to another topic. In October, you also announced a couple of news about the Hyperion Exchange. What's the current development on this, and do you have a launch date for this already?
Yes, very early in the new year, Hyperion will be having its first fundraising offerings, and that's a very big deal because it will be actually the very first security token exchange that will actually have offerings available. There's many others who've even raised more than Hyperion, but they're not anywhere near as close to Hyperion in actually offering securities to the retail audience, and we have some great names lined up. Sorry,
Hmm.
we have some great names lined up, and we think people are going to be really impressed with when they see what kind of outfits are going to be raising money on Hyperion, and how small it makes the world. So Hyperion allows as I keep repeating this in my talks with people, it allows an engineer in Shenzhen who makes $120,000 a year, that's quite a bit of money,
Yeah.
but still not enough to come here and open up a bank account, get a broker, and all that kind of stuff where the ultra wealthy can. But it allows that engineer to invest in North American equity, for example, very easily, as easily as if they lived here. It means that somebody in Europe doesn't necessarily have to wait for something to be listed on the Frankfurt exchange
Yeah.
to really buy it and have a liquid asset. They can just buy it on the blockchain network, and that's a big deal.
That is certainly a
Yeah.
very big deal. I think another big deal will be your project Stratus. Uh, maybe you could tell us a bit more about that project.
Yeah, so Stratus started off as a proof of concept that we did with Hewlett Packard, earlier in the year, and it was a very nice concept that we demonstrated. We built a very nice foundation for it. It turns out that our sister company now, Global Blockchain Mining, is shifting its business considerably. So it's helping other platforms in launching their tokens, whether it's development work or helping them with their crowd sales, all kinds of help. And for providing these services, we keep a portion of the raise, or the tokens, or equity, or just charge them money.
Yeah.
And so right now we have some great projects happening through Fork. One of them is a project called Amber, which has developed a router that is not just a router; it's actually a platform. So these routers are physical devices you can stack up on top of each other, and they're wireless mesh routers that turn each owner of one of these routers into a ISP essentially. But one thing we can actually do is integrate the Stratus protocol into this router, and that's something that our sister company Fork, Global Blockchain Mining, is actually really exploring now, quite diligently in getting the technologies Global Blockchain Block has developed for Stratus, and now we have a platform where we can actually run it, so that these nodes are not just selling access to bandwidth, but they're also selling storage and potentially other services in the future when the protocol is more fully developed. So
Mm.
that's where I think that's going, and we're certainly exploring that right now quite in depth.
Wow, that will change a lot as well then.
Yeah.
So, when do you think we can hear more updates about this?
Well, I think at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, we have a big presence, and we're gonna not in specific this, but we're gonna make our next major announcements at this show. There will be some news we'll be releasing soon that discusses some of these projects that will be coming up. We will announce them before CES, but major advancements in them will be announced at the Consumer Electronics Show.
Well, certainly looking forward to that.